Imagine the world 60 million years ago, in the Paleocene epoch, shortly after the mass extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs. The landscape was lush and green, filled with dense forests that stretched across much of what is now South America. The air was thick with moisture and oxygen, and the temperatures were hotter than they are today. In this verdant, tropical paradise, a creature so terrifying and colossal that it would make the largest modern-day predators look like tiny defenseless animals. This was the Titanoboa, a snake that is, to this day, one of the most extraordinary and intimidating creatures to have ever slithered across the earth. While the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods were dominated by giant dinosaurs, the Paleocene period brought about a new reign of beasts. It was an age of recovery, a time when the planet was still grappling with the aftermath of the Cretaceous-Paleogene KPG extinction event, which eliminated the non-avian dinosaurs. The survivors of this event adapted and evolved into new niches, and among the survivors was the Titanoboa, a serpent that grew to unprecedented lengths and sizes, surpassing any living snake by a massive margin. The story of Titanoboa's discovery is almost as remarkable as the creature itself. In the 1990s, a group of researchers led by paleontologists from the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute embarked on an expedition to the Cerrejón coal mine in Colombia, South America. During their excavations, they unearthed fossilized remains of a snake unlike anything known to science. These fossils included vertebrae that were strikingly larger than those of any modern snake, and after careful study, they concluded that these remains belonged to a previously unknown species of giant snake. In 2009, Titanoboa cerrejonensis was formally named, and it quickly gained international attention as one of the largest snakes to have ever existed. What makes this discovery so remarkable is not just the size of the snake, but the context in which it lived. Titanoboa lived in a period that followed the extinction of the dinosaurs, when the Earth's climate was incredibly hot, and the planet was experiencing a recovery of life in the wake of the destruction caused by the asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs. The Cerrejón region, where Titanoboa fossils were found, was a subtropical environment with dense vegetation, large rivers, and a warm, humid climate. Perfect conditions for a giant snake like Titanoboa. Titanoboa was not just big, it was enormous. While estimates of its length vary, it is generally agreed that this snake reached lengths of up to 47 feet, 14.3 meters. For comparison, that's longer than a school bus. It's estimated that Titanoboa weighed around 2,500 pounds, 1,135 kilograms, making it not only the largest snake ever, but also the heaviest one. To put this into perspective, the largest living snake today, the green anaconda, grows up to about 30 feet, 9 meters in length, and weighs around 500 pounds, 227 kilograms, making Titanoboa nearly 5 times heavier. Titanoboa's colossal size was made possible by the incredibly warm climate of the Paleocene. Snakes are ectothermic animals, meaning they rely on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature. In the hot, humid conditions of the Paleocene, Titanoboa would have had access to a consistent source of warmth, which would have allowed it to grow to such an enormous size. Today we know that cold-blooded animals tend to be smaller in cooler climates, but in the sweltering temperatures of the Paleocene, gigantothermy, the idea that larger animals have an advantage in conserving heat likely played a role in Titanoboa's extreme size. Titanoboa's anatomy also contributed to its impressive abilities as a predator. It had a long, powerful body, and its vertebrae were much larger than those of any living snake, indicating the presence of incredibly strong muscles capable of constricting its prey with tremendous force. Paleontologists speculate that Titanoboa's bite and constriction abilities were so powerful that it could have taken down large prey, such as crocodiles and other large reptiles, similar to how modern anacondas hunt large animals like caimans. Despite its terrifying size, Titanoboa was also a highly specialized predator, much like its modern-day relatives. Its muscles were adapted for both swimming and terrestrial movement, and it likely used its immense size to subdue prey by wrapping around it and applying pressure to stop blood flow, leading to suffocation. Its diet likely consisted of large vertebrates, including fish, crocodiles, and perhaps even smaller dinosaurs, although it is difficult to determine the exact prey species that Titanoboa would have consumed. The environment in which Titanoboa lived was an essential factor in its survival and development. The Terrajon coal mine, where Titanoboa's fossils were found, is an area that was once a vast tropical rainforest with an abundance of plant and animal life. At the time, the Earth was in a greenhouse state with higher global temperatures than today. This warmth, combined with higher oxygen levels, created ideal conditions for the development of giant reptiles like Titanoboa. The presence of massive swamps and rivers would have provided the snake with ample opportunities to hunt and ambush prey. Moreover, the plants and vegetation during the Paleocene period were vastly different from today. There were no flowering plants, angiosperms yet, but ferns, cycads, and conifers dominated the landscape. This plant life would have supported a wide range of herbivores, which in turn sustained the carnivores, including Titanoboa. As a top predator, Titanoboa would have been at the apex of the food chain in this lush ecosystem, relying on its size and strength to dominate smaller animals. One of the most compelling features of Titanoboa's environment was the presence of large rivers. Fossil evidence suggests that Titanoboa lived in close proximity to water and may have been an excellent swimmer, capable of navigating the dense river systems and swamps of the Paleocene. Its ability to hunt both on land and in water gave it a distinct advantage over other predators, making it a truly versatile and formidable creature. What did Titanoboa eat? Given its enormous size, it is believed that Titanoboa preyed on a wide range of animals, from fish to reptiles. It likely hunted large aquatic reptiles similar to modern crocodiles, as well as large fish that swam in the rivers and lakes. The sheer size and strength of Titanoboa would have allowed it to ambush and overpower large prey with ease. Fossils of crocodilian species found in the same layers as Titanoboas suggest that these reptiles may have been a major part of the snake's diet. Additionally, turtles, large amphibians, and even other smaller snakes could have been potential meals for Titanoboa. As an ambush predator, Titanoboa would have used its size to sneak up on its prey before striking with lightning speed. Once it had caught its victim, it would have wrapped around it, applying immense pressure to suffocate it. Fossilized remains of some of Titanoboa's prey have been discovered, showing signs of constriction or crushing damage, further supporting the idea that Titanoboa relied on its strength to capture and kill. Paleontologists have even hypothesized that Titanoboa could have swallowed large prey whole, just like modern anacondas do today. Titanoboa's reign did not last forever. After around 5 million years, this giant snake went extinct, possibly due to climate cooling, changes in the ecosystem, or the rise of new competitors. As the Earth began to cool and the climate shifted, the warm, tropical environments that Titanoboa thrived in started to change, reducing the habitat available for such a massive ectothermic creature. The rise of new predators, including large mammals, may have also contributed to the snake's decline. However, the exact causes of Titanoboa's extinction remain a subject of ongoing research. The disappearance of its prey species, along with the cooling climate, may have played significant roles in the extinction of this once mighty predator. Titanoboa may have been extinct for millions of years, but its legacy lives on in popular culture. Its discovery and subsequent media coverage brought Titanoboa to the public's attention, and it quickly became an icon of prehistoric gigantism. Documentaries, books, and even video games have featured Titanoboa, solidifying its place in the pantheon of legendary extinct creatures.